Hello friends, this is a recording of presentation given by engineer Ravinder Varnam on 29th August 2020. This presentation is given as a part of 2 days webinar on Make in India approach for textile industry, the global perspective. This webinar is organized by the Institution of Engineers, India, Telangana State Center. Two words about Ravinder Varnam. Mr. Ravinder Varnam and his team, his daughter Aparna Varnam and his brother Narendra Varnam and other brother Jagdish, they have made an innovation to save energy in the textiles. Their innovation is converting from shuttle loom to rapier loom, saves about 20% of energy, and it reduces the noise by 30%, increases the productivity by 30%. Their award patented technology got gold medal from Government of India, Department of Science and Technology and Lockheed Martin.
I see a lot of my friends here, and to all of you, a very good morning and namaskar to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to speak a few words about this webinar, which will continue for today and tomorrow. Today, technicals after the inaugural session, we'll have the technical session number 1 and number 2, which will conclude by about 1:30 p.m. today. Tomorrow, we're starting by 10 o'clock, technical session number 3, followed with technical session number 4, and then we will have the validatory function, which will be completely completed by about 1:30 p.m. tomorrow. So all these technical sessions will be chaired and co-chaired by distinguished technicians and technology engineers, and the speakers
Yeah, this is about improving efficiency of textile process by innovations for global market. And we are talking of Make in India for global perspective. A few figures from the textile website, Ministry of Textile website in April and March 2019. The figures are in million US dollars. The exports are 329,536 and the imports were 513,086. So to net is imports of 183,550, which is a bit worrying for the Indian textile industry. The main reason we are importing the machinery for the spinning, weaving, processing, making, and we are also importing technical textiles which are required in industry. And the exports, what we are doing are the cloth, the turkey towel, and the apparel. And this must change. Sustainable textile industry. This trend must change. We should be able to export the machinery back to the spinning, weaving, processing machineries back to European countries and China. So our aim should be the exporting of the process and machinery, not just the end products. So this is possible only if we invest in the R&D in Indian textiles. So I will dwell upon some R&Ds in Indian textiles. One simple example is the R&D spend in an automobile industry was in 2010, I don't have current figures, was 9 billion euros per year. What is the R&D spend in Indian textiles? I was being told by Ministry of Textiles, the Textile Commissioner, in one of the meeting, had to surrender the R&D budget because there were no proposals. So that is a very sad state. We must change that. And few figures about the patents, because that IP is a main strength for the industry. So when we talk of application, patent applications, 2018, the India stands number 7. Just to see the figures, China, the applications were 1,542, 1.5 million applications, whereas India is only 50,000 odd applications. And the number of patents granted, the Indian, we gone to number 10, whereas almost 432,000 patents were granted to the China, and India 900. This is very sad state. And patent applications for GDP, India is not appearing anywhere here. And India, most populous country after the China, in this per million populations, number of patent applications, here also India is not appearing. And worldwide, the companies who are applying for the patents, none of Indian companies are appearing here. And patents application here also in 13-15, no. 18-19, no. Let's wish that in next year our companies will appear here. And also patent applications, the origin wise. Here, for example, India has applied for 14,000 applications, but whereas China has applied for 2,582 patents in India. That is something worrying. We should have global patents, and this is a Sankey diagram which says in US, Japan has contributed so many patents. Different countries are patenting in developed countries, so they will rule the industry in future. And here the sector wise, so here nowhere textiles is appearing on the top, only at the bottom in minuscule sector this textile is appearing, which we should improve. And here also India is not appearing, here also India is not appearing. And sustainable changes, yesterday Mr. Prasad has said that we must focus on value added products. And the value added products are possible only with the research and development. Now coming to other point he discussed was the people, planet and profit, 3 P's. In this pandemic situation, we realize that we are not taking care of the nature and environment. And our contribution in that, I will explain you. See, this is one place in Hyderabad in Lower Tangband. Can anybody recognize this place? The person standing there is my father, Mr. Vannam Vithoba, who had worked there. Yeah, now this is the DBR mill in Lower Tangband. The mills, this integrated mills, DBR mill and Ajamdahi mills in Warangal had closed down. The main reason is they didn't upgrade the technology. Now coming to the environment, the energy is directly related with the environment degradation. And the textiles is one of the major consumers of the energy. And almost about 15 to 20% of manufacturing cost of a cloth goes into energy, which is very high. And the various departments are the spinning, almost 41%, and the weaving and preparatory and weaving comes to almost about 20%, and humidification and other uses. So we should have technologies to reduce them. and also that is electric energy, and even heat energy is consumed. So both put together, the Indian government has put Indian textile industries who are consuming more than 3,000 metric ton oil equivalent per year and above under designated consumers, with a lot of scope for this. And not only energy, the whatever energy we are generating also consume a lot of water, because the water is used to make the steam, and it is circulated. In the process, almost about 7 cubic meter of water is consumed per megawatt hours of energy. I am not talking of the water which is being used in the cotton cultivation and all, the water which is used for the thermal power stations. And this is one slide which shows the Bureau of Energy Efficiency has studied. They have said the conventional shuttle loom and the rapier loom, there is an energy saving of almost about 31% of energy saving, and we had worked in that direction, and we have developed a kit to convert shuttle loom to rapier loom. The advantages are 20% of energy saving is there, 30% of productivity improve is there, and improves the quality also, because this machine works continuously for 8 hours non-stop. And we can upgrade the existing looms, no need to shift it. How our cycle had started, we had developed a wooden model to explain to the can manufacturer, designer and manufacturer, that the reciprocatory motion of the crankshaft is to be converted into the rotary motion is to be converted into reciprocatory motion. And after 3-4 trials, and after putting off almost about 3 years, we got succeeded in this. And the advantages of our thing are 20% energy saving, as I told you, 30% productivity improve, and 15% of noise is reduced, because shuttle is the main thing which makes a lot of noise. And by removing and by inserting the rapier, we have reduced that. And other things are, for almost 7 cubic meter of water is saved per loom per year. And this is very ideal for the clusters like Sirsila, Kadakanla, Warangal in Telangana, Nagari, Hindupur in Andhra Pradesh, Bhiwandi, Solapur, many other places in India. This is 1/4 of cost of China loom or 1/10 of cost of European loom. It is very useful to the poor weavers. And when we are talking of per loom, 1 megawatt hours of energy is saved, and almost 50,000 rupees is saved. And carbon dioxide, because what happens is, whenever we are using the energy, electrical energy, that is causing pollution like CO2, SO2 and NOx. And CO2, we are saving almost 3 tons, which is a greenhouse gas which is causing global warming. And SO2, 16 kgs, which is causing acidic rain. And NOx, which is a carcinogenic gas, we are saving 8 kg per loom per year. And 22 lakhs looms are still working in India. Even if we upgrade about 20 lakhs looms, the energy savings is almost 2,000 gigawatt hours. That is equivalent to 172,414 ton oil equivalent. And saving is almost more than 10,000 crores. And CO2, all these figures are available on our website. You can go through them. The savings are very substantial. 5.4 million tons of carbon dioxide. Wood, which is being used in the wooden shuttle, we can save almost 8,000 cubic meters of the wood, because for that wood, somebody is cutting the trees somewhere. And also water saved is almost 7 million liters of water. And these are the other technology benefits, the return on investment. Now the government is giving subsidy. Now I will show a small video. I doubt whether audio is available. This video is made by Department of Science and Technology.
Yeah, video is available.
Yeah. So this video is available on our website also. You can go through it. Yeah, this is a loom we have upgraded in Solapur. The making turkey towels and Solapur chadars. I will take it forward so that you can see the full video. And this is the award ceremony which happened in Delhi. And so this award and this this is converting shuttle loom to rapier loom. There were 1,400 entries, out of which 30 they have shortlisted, and ours is one of that. Yeah, I'll come back to my presentation. Share. Oh, it had come to the original one. So yeah, this is very important slide which I want to explain to everybody. The CO2 emission is equal to the population into GDP of person, that is standard of living. The standard of living in developed countries is very high, so their GDP is very high. And then energy unit per GDP, that is energy intensity, that is efficiency of economy. So our innovation is reducing the energy efficiency. So our innovation is to this effect. And then CO2 per unit energy, which is CO2 intensity, that is energy source. For example, if you are using solar or wind energy, the CO2 intensity is less. If you are using energy from the thermal power station, it is more. And nuclear is carbon neutral. That is a different topic. It is very important topic. Everybody must be concerned. Our effort should be to reduce the carbon footprint. And this is a patent. We got the patent for our innovation. I'm proud to say that my daughter is also part of our team. This award belongs to all of you who are sitting there, who are spending all your life for the textiles. This is by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, Lockheed Martin, USA. This is a certificate. In this award ceremony, my daughter. And government is giving subsidy for this. They have included it in situ upgradation scheme. Central government is giving 50 to 80%, and other governments are giving further subsidy. For example, Telangana government is giving remaining 50% subsidy. Maharashtra is giving 50,000, and other further subsidies. These are the documents. They are available on our website. I'll go through fast to save the time. We got the certificates even in the newspaper, covered in the newspapers.
Okay, please conclude.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, I'll come to the points.
Please.
Yeah. We had put the solar panels also in Solapur, where 4 machines are working with the solar. I'd like to introduce, under my guidance, Ms. Purti did work on vulnerability of analysis of power loom workers. Basically, BE computers. She had worked in Tech Mahindra, and she did MSW from Mumbai. And this report is available on my website. This report, Telangana government is implementing her suggestions given in Telangana. Yeah, I'm proud to say that Textile Technology Department of University College of Technology, Osmania University, they are encouraging the studies and innovations in textiles by introducing gold medal to the top merit students. I'm thankful to Sham Sundar, Principal of UCT, Dr. Hayavadana, Head of Textile Department, and Srinivasulu sir, Arjunu sir, and Kavita madam. And special thanks to our principal, retired principal of People's High School in Ashok Nagar, Hyderabad, Ms. B. Rajamani, for financial support toward this gold medal. This will encourage the students to do the more innovations in textiles. One point which I wanted to say, the news article, the Sri Lanka government is working on research on Pushpaka Vimanam used in Ramayana. My question to the fraternity is, can we do the research on technology used in the Mahabharata time? Lord Krishna had made and given infinite lens sari to Draupadi. So there was some technology which was done thousands of kilometers away. Some technology 5,000 years back. Can we reinvent that technology? And the suggestions are, we should have sufficient budgetary allocations. So this slide shows that budget was reduced in 2019-20 by 1,112 crores, which needs to be increased. So without budgetary support, R&D cannot happen. R&D, specific budgetary allocation, but encourage R&D for individuals, blockchain technology for speedy reimbursement of the subsidy. I'll give this list to Dr. Panda in my mail. And then Center of Excellencies, we don't have anything in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. We must have Center of Excellencies. And government should set up public sector corporation like National Textile Corporations in Telangana, and other suggestions like provide regional office of textiles in Hyderabad, and research and development centers like Citra and Bitra in Telangana, and yeah, and set up patent office in Hyderabad. You have to go to Chennai. Then identify, monitor, encourage innovations and patents, encourage innovators by giving awards, monetary support for innovations, and guidance support for patents. Textile department must have technically qualified team who are, BE textiles like that. And DBR mill area should be made to Textile Heritage Museum, similar to Calico Textile Ahmedabad or Textile Museum in Solapur. And mobile training centers should be made available for skill development in powerloom clusters. One small request, we have been nominated for Padma Shri Award 2021. So I request all of you to vote for us. They call it as nominate. Please go through our website, bharatrapier.webs.com for details. I thank you. Thanks for Institute of Engineers giving opportunity. Any questions I will take.
Thank you very much, sir, for your presentation. It was a nice presentation on improving the efficiency of the textile. And you have rightly pointed out that the R&D budget of the textile should increase because we are seeing the decrease in the R&D budget of the textile. So it is a good suggestion, and I request Panda sir also to take this in the suggestion list that R&D budget of the textile should increase.
Yes.
That can be a good point for the recommendation. Because government is not decreasing the budget for R&D, at the same time the research organizations of the Atira, Bitra, Citra, they have also reduced the budget for that, and even they have disowned that. Government have disowned that research organization of the textile. So it is better to give the suggestion. Now I would like to request our next presenter,